Hello, Shivan. Hello. Hello, Shivan.
About how and why each son can help us take info from that recovery woman and the lawyer of the bank. The two man, yeah, well, we relate to that guy and we lost our money. Yeah, that is right. No, I can do the man. Yeah, it's a woman. Why she was given up?
Hello, Shivan. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Are you having clear internet?
Yes.
Because I've tried to say hello several times. I've not been hearing from you. I thought maybe you gave up for the rest.
Sorry.
Okay, quickly, could you go through what we learned last time? Do you remember what we went through?
Yes, we looked at the Great African Rift Valley last time.
The Great African Rift Valley, good. And we said it has how many arms?
It has 4 arms.
4 arms. Could you mention them?
Eastern arm,
Mm-hmm.
Western arm,
Mm-hmm.
Malawian Rift Valley,
Mm.
and the Ethiopian.
The Ethiopian Rift Valley, good, good. Then besides that, what else do we look at?
We looked at the characteristics of Rift Valley. We looked
Yeah.
at them. We looked at some of the where they're located.
Mm.
Yeah, that's pretty much what we looked at.
Good.
Then you gave me activity, which I have not yet submitted.
Yes. Did you bother to do it?
Yes, I did it, but
You
I
did it.
did not know how to submit it. Should I
You
just
did
send the photos of the work?
Okay, you can send them to me via the WhatsApp link, but you should struggle to know how to submit. Do you have internet fully?
Yes.
You have the internet fully. Now here is a link. Here is a link I put in the P7 group.
Yes, that's fine.
The link here.
Mm-hmm.
This link will help you. You should go through it. It's on YouTube. Just click and it will come and you go through it. It will help you on how to upload the assignment, the activity.
Okay.
P7. You can also meanwhile be. Are you using the phone or a computer?
I'm using a phone.
You're using the same phone,
A tablet.
a tablet. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've sent the link.
You
I've sent the
can.
link. You will go through it later, not now. So that
Okay.
the work you did after going through this link, it will direct you on how to upload it on my account. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you. However, you can go through. What you went through, what you researched, just in 2 minutes.
Pardon?
You can try to go through with me what you researched. I know you will send it. I will mark it later, but you go through with me. It was about
So
location, not.
yes, but like there are two questions which I have not yet answered, but
Mm. No, you go through the one you answered so far.
uh, the first question was try to describe the Rift Valley.
Mm.
So I wrote the definition you gave me.
Mm.
You
Hello, I'm listening.
Then so the Rift Valley is a long depression with steep sides called escarpment.
Mm. Mm.
So, called
Another one.
escarpment.
Mm.
The next question was suggest 3 lakes found in the Rift Valley.
Mm.
I wrote Lake Albert,
Like Albert.
Lake
Yeah.
Edward, Lake Tanganyika,
Mm.
Lake Turkana was there also, what you
Mm.
mentioned.
Mm.
Then Lake Kivu.
Like Kivu,
Those
yeah. Mm.
are the ones I can recall.
Mm. Mm. Then
Then
lastly,
question three,
question number
three was
next.
identify any one mountain in the Rift
Mm.
Valley which is not in Uganda. I wrote
Mm.
uh, Mount Mount uh, Hare,
Mm.
Mount Hare. Then okay, that's the one I'm recalling.
Mm. Mm. Okay. Okay, let's proceed. I will be seeing the rest of the work when you present it in the assignment area.
Okay.
Now, when you look at this Rift Valley area, you realize that, okay, generally when we look at the physical features, the physical features in Africa, Rift Valley inclusive, we
Yes.
have mountains, we have plateaus, we have valleys, we have basins and plains. Okay.
Yes.
In primary 5, I believe you should have learned about plateaus, rift valleys, the volcanic mountains. Did you?
Yes.
Did you work on my
I
request? I
did.
told you that you should do some atlas around you when you're learning.
Yes. My atlas is right next to me.
Is right next to you. You said you are looking
Yeah, I'm just, let me,
Longhorn Comprehensive Primary School Atlas, is it?
yeah,
Which
let me just
edition?
get it.
Which edition? Check on the cover.
Yeah, let me first get it from my, I'm not finding my atlas. It's not my shelf right now. Come on.
You're not seeing your atlas.
I'm going through myself. I'm not finding it.
You're not
Let me,
finding it.
supposed to be my, yeah, I'm not
Serious?
finding it. Let me just, let me see if my friend can borrow it.
It was someone borrowed it from you.
I think my neighbor came and
Okay, okay. But
let
next
me just
time,
ask.
okay, next time you can send for someone as you continue. Send someone to get it as you proceed. Okay. Now, what is a plateau, according from what you learned in primary 5? Those are
Plateau is
the relief features.
a raised flat topped piece of land.
The red flat piece of land. Some others say it is a tableland. Okay, a plateau is a tableland. That's another simple definition. Or a raised flat topped piece of land. Okay.
Yes, okay.
Now, when you look at Africa, the entire Africa, which we are looking at, the largest part of Africa is a plateau. And the Great African Plateau, when you get your atlas, you will open page 142, you'll find the descriptions there. The Great African Plateau is higher in the south and southeastern, as well as lower in the north and northeastern. So for a plateau form, land is uplifted by internal forces, forming a raised land mass. Later, erosion smooths the land mass top, making it relatively flat. Okay, so there erosion is in the process of making plateau. First of all, due to the movement forces of the earth, the land will raise. Now, after raising, now the continuous rains causes it to be what? To be flat by the erosion processes, okay? Now, among the relief features, we talked of the Rift Valleys, okay? And Rift Valley, that one we exclusively talked about it. It's what was our basis last time. We said a Rift Valley was formed through tensional and compression forces, or what the definition we gave was about having a Rift Valley as the longest. Sorry. We said the Rift Valley is. We said the Rift Valley is a long depression with steep sides called escarpments, which was formed due to faulting. Now, when you will get to the atlas, you will see, maybe, let me try to see this, if you can see it from here. If you can see it from here.
Excuse me, you told me to look in page.
Page 142. Are you there?
Yes, my atlas is third edition.
It's third edition, like mine exactly, like mine. Do you see what I'm talking about? Are you seeing this?
Yes,
You are seeing this?
yes.
You are seeing this on the page I've told you to open.
Yes.
Huh?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Thank you. Good. Thank you. So that means we said now the formation of a Rift Valley is due to two tensional forces, okay? And these tensional forces, they take place in the Earth's surface when there's Earth movement. For example, tensional forces are Earth's internal forces that pull the rocks apart. You read for me that part?
I'm confused on which part you are.
I'm on
I'm a
Rift
bit
Valley.
confused.
Rift Valley.
Okay, Rift Valley.
Uh-huh.
The Rift Valley was formed through both tensional and compressional forces. Tensional forces are internal forces that pull the rocks apart. This
Good.
leads to the formation of cracks, forcing the middle rock block to sink, forming a rift valley.
That is it.
The
So
eastern arm.
the compression, first a moment, the compression or tension. For example, have you ever held a balloon, not so?
Yes.
Now, when you put in it pressure and you tie on top, then when you compress it with your two hands, you will see how it does what? How it moves. It moves upward, not so? Now that upward moving will be a host or a block mountain. Now, this part that you have held that has remained compressed are the ones which form a rift valley, in case you are using a balloon. So this part will be smaller where you are compressing, another part will move up when you are compressing it. So there you will have two items that are formed when the rift valley is in formation. One is a valley and two is a host or a block mountain. All together.
Yes.
Now, when you are compressing, it will be a host. But down there, it will be as if they are tension, because your two hands are pushing the balloon together, and that is called the tension force. But this upper part which comes out, okay, it will be a compression because you have compressed. And that is how a rift valley is formed and a block. And when you look at that block, we have a block mountain and what? And the rift valley. That's why the block mountains are always where the rift valleys are. When you look at the mountain Rwenzori, where it is, the area where it is in Kasese, it is in a rift valley because the tension forces pulled that part of the mountain up, then the other part sank down, and we have a rift valley, then the block mountain. Are you getting the explanation?
Yes.
Good.
I am.
So when you look at the description of a block mountain, you will hear it says block mountains. Read for me.
Block mountains are formed when the block of the earth between faults is lifted up by internal earth movements.
Internal earth movement.
A block mountain may
I'm listening.
A block mountain may also be formed by the relative sinking of the blocks around a fault bonded block. Examples include the Nakil Alps in Ethiopia, Haras Mountains in Namibia, and Mount Rwenzori in Uganda.
Good. Now, are you seeing those arrows that are describing that? The arrows on that picture, on that diagram. Can you hear me?
Yes, I'm getting you.
Are you seeing the arrows that are supporting the description? And the explanation I gave you of using a balloon, for example. Good. So when you look at block mountains, these downer parts here. Let me try to show you from here. the downer part here, this one and the other one there, where the arrows are what? Are faced on my video.
Yes.
Good. Now here it is compressed. Also, it is compressing, and this block raises up. Like I said, when you are squeezing a balloon, are you getting it? Shivan,
Yes, I'm getting it.
are you getting?
Yes, I am.
Volcanic mountain. When you move down there, you will see. For them, there is here on this magma, where there is part of the magma, how it comes. Okay. Now this one, if you remember your primary 5 work, you realize that that when the magma boils in the Earth's crust, okay, it will force itself out. For example, I wonder if you were on TV when recently in the DRC Goma, when you get time, you will Google about the volcanic eruption that took place in Goma.
Yes, I heard about it.
You heard about it, yes. You will now see the video and what happened. Now, the lava, that ash you are seeing up there blowing, that is the ash outcome of the fire that comes from the Earth's crust. But before this ash, there is magma, lava moving up. Now, as it is moving, when it reaches the earth, the opening up here, the crater, it will begin pouring. Now, in pouring, remember, as you look at the picture where you have the word volcanic mountain, it is flat, not so. But because the magma is moving, it begins pouring. And then so doing, when it pours, of course, it pours as it is creating a hill-like. And eventually, it becomes a mountain. It is coming from down, moving up. As it pours, it is cooling, and ends up, it goes on rising, and thus it becomes a what? A mountain. And that's calling it a volcanic mountain because the process was due to volcanicity.
Yes.
Am I clear?
Yes.
So, and the description is here. Volcanoes are highlands formed when molten rock material known as magma forces its way onto the Earth's surface through an opening known as a vent. On reaching the surface, magma is referred to as lava. The layers of lava and ash form a volcanic mountain as known as a volcano. Volcanoes are classified according to their present state of activity. We have active volcanoes, dormant volcanoes, and extinct volcanoes. Now, the active volcanoes is like the other one which we have just talked about, which I've explained to you, where I've referred to you to go on YouTube and try to see if you can get it. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm trying to see if I can get it for you here. Let me just try to get it for you so that we do it together. Not so? Instead of referring you. Not so?
Yes, sir.
Well, this part of the relief has to, I know in primary 5, we teach about it, but not in depth. So in primary 7 is where you have to master it so that when you have to do your exam, you don't have what? You don't have issues with it. As I'm looking for it here, you'll be opening page 147, 145, and look at that question in the activity. Are you going through the work I've showed you?
Yes, I'm checking on it.
Okay. But this one is too beyond. It's on. Is it on climate? Yeah, it's on climate. No, just leave it. Just leave it.
Okay.
Mm. So how come last week I missed your lesson and you couldn't even page me, remind me?
Teacher, I'm not getting you. Could you please? I beg your pardon.
I'm saying how come last week I missed your lesson and you didn't remind
Last
me.
week we did.
Last week
we-
on Monday. We did it the other week, but last week we did it. They had changed it to Monday, where we did not meet.
We did. I thought we did.
No, we didn't. It was a Friday. The last time I taught you was a Friday.
Oh, I didn't even remember.
Sure.
I didn't even remember. But according to me, I think we did on my last week.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. Are you seeing my screen?
It has written that you have started screen sharing.
I think
Yes,
the
I'm
internet
seeing
is
your
slow.
screen. Should I share my screen? If you could forward for me the link, I could share my screen.
Okay. The link is
Of this.
just the one you're seeing here. You say you look, type this one here. Nyiragongo
Okay, let me just
volcano. Okay.
let me just see it. Let me just type it down first of all before.
Oh, okay, please.
What should I type down?
What you should type down, you say Nyiragongo volcano.
Pardon?
Nyiragongo volcano.
The spelling?
NY no I not I yes. It's there. No. The one 2021. Good. You can click on one of those.
Any.
I'm having someone in the background who's disturbing. Do you see that one? That one is for This is Iceland. You can use even this one for Iceland 2021.
Okay,
This one.
sorry, I didn't.
Yeah. Good. Now, are you seeing this? Could you move your cursor? Just pause it there. Pause it.
Sorry,
Now
internet went.
you have paused it, eh?
Okay, yeah, kind of.
Now
Yes,
you
I've
look
paused
at
it
that.
now.
Get to your atlas, and you look at that volcano and what I've just been explaining to you. Are you seeing that red thing? That red thing is lava. When it is out, is lava, but it's magma. Okay. Now, as it pours, are you seeing how it is becoming hilly? When you compare where people are standing and where it is coming from. Now, when it comes outside, it gets cold, and that cold cools it. So eventually, it may not move and remains there. And in remaining there, it becomes a mountain. So you play the video to finish. I wish there was volume.
I had lowered my volume.
Okay, increase.
Should I?
Exactly what you have been talking about is what is happening, okay? And you are seeing a mountain is forming. Now, by the time the eruption ends, it becomes a mountain. And that crater which you are seeing where the fire is coming from, that lava, it will remain hollow there. It will remain hollow. And when you move ahead, you will see a crater lake, okay? Those things you did them in primary 5 years, just trying to. So that hollow at the end of the volcano will remain there. And now, how does it become a lake? When the rain keeps on raining, that water will remain there stagnant. It will not go anywhere. One, it will not go. Two, the water has remained on a rock, and a rock cannot consume that water, so it will remain on top of there without going anywhere. So whenever rain rains, it keeps on adding. Whenever rain rains, it keeps on adding, and that is the so-called a crater what? Wedge. I'm asking someone here. My boys. Sorry, I'm sorry for that interruption, but I'm teaching from home.
Oh, it's okay.
Remote. What is the remote? It's here. Okay. You are seeing all that you may think it is water, but it is fire, lava. Now, this volcanicity leads to two forms of lakes. One, a crater lake, and two, a lava dammed lake. Have you heard of a lava dammed lake?
Yes.
Now, you see that lava flowing. Now, assuming that it finds a stream of a river somewhere, wherever it is flowing, that river will be cut off. You get it?
Yes.
And after cutting it off, that water will remain there, stagnant. And that water, the river will keep on coming, flowing in this area, but that water will be there permanent. And that lake is done, which is called a lava dammed lake. It is caused because of this lava that has been flowing downstream, then blocks a certain river that is flowing. Then at the end of the day, we get a lava dammed lake. Then another lake is there on that crater where the magma has been coming out from the Earth's crust, pouring this lava, and that hollow that will remain there during the rainy season that water, sorry, the water that pours there will keep there stagnant, and it becomes a lake, and that lake is called a crater lake. Now, when you, as you are watching that volcano, I would wish to also see how the volcano in DRC took place, that we compare both.
Pardon?
I would wish that you also we have seen this one for Iceland. Let's try to check the other one for the Democratic Republic of Congo.
Okay.
The fourth, you scroll down. Okay, that one for citizens, it's okay.
Or should I put this one?
No, that's what I think it's on the news.
Okay, let me. Let me just.
I can't hear sounds. Did you mute? I can't hear the sound of the news. I do. It's unfortunate it's not clear. I think they took it in the night. Okay, let's use the previous one. The best thing is that we have got what we wanted. You can close your screen.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
stop sharing.
Thank you. Good. Now, so we have talked about two things: the volcanoes, and the volcano leads to formation of two types of lakes. The lava dammed lake. When you look at this diagram, you have lava flowing out with mud and rock particles. Now, this lava is done which blocks any river. In case where the volcano takes place, there's a river stream. So that river stream will be blocked by lava, that hot lava, and it blocks the water from moving, and thus forming a lake, and that lake is called a lava dammed lake. Then when you look at the crater down there, this crater on top, the second diagram, you will find out that when the volcanic eruption has ceased, so it ends up drying, and after drying, whenever rain rains, the water will collect here, because in this rock, water cannot be consumed downwards. Then at the end of the day, that water collecting will be called a crater lake. Now you may ask me, why can that water be consumed by this hole that was bringing lava? Why? Let me ask you that question.
Pardon?
I'm saying that why can't, I've said that when rain continuously rains on such a crater where the magma was coming through, how come?
Yes.
How come when rain rains, this water will stop on the crater? It won't move down through the vein that brought the lava.
Because I thought the vent would be upward.
Yeah.
Like when the water level be low.
No, the point is the vent, the lava, when the process ends, the lava will dry, okay? Now in drying, of course that hole will not remain there because from down up to the crater, it will have dried. And when it has dried, it forms a rock. And the rock cannot allow water penetrate through, okay? That is basically the reason. Are we together?
Yes.
Good. Now, a mountain crater, we have looked at it. We said the mountain crater is a depression on a mountain top, which forms when an eruption of magma and gases blow off part of the mountain top. When the depression is very large, at least 1 kilometer in diameter, it is called a caldera. Examples of craters on Mountain Elgon, Kenya, Uganda, Mountain Longonoti, Kenya, and the Mountain Kilimanjaro in Tanzania. These calderas are Napak, Uganda, Ngorongoro, Tanzania, Menengai, Kenya, and Malale in Ethiopia. You find because Rift Valley area, the Rift Valley area is the one that has these things. Why? That Rift Valley was formed due to either a tension or a compression forces. And these are also volcanic mountains. So those are the craters, okay, that we have in East Africa. I think they are in the entire Africa. They are in these parts which are mentioned in that part of that eruption that took place. Are we together?
Yes.
Good. How often do you interact with your atlas? Do you give chance to interact with it?
Very. Yeah, sometimes.
Have you realized that it has the work where you look at?
Yes. I
Good.
like.
Okay. Now, last time we began with the Rift Valley, okay? So today we have added on the Rift Valley, we have added plateau, and then volcanic mountains, block mountains. Then we have a fold mountain there. The activity you did last time was entirely on what? On Rift Valley. Now today, I want to give you an activity that is entirely going to look at two things. It's going to look at the plateau and the volcanic mountain. No, and the fold mountains. Let us go at the fold mountain, which I have not talked about. Okay?
Okay.
Now,
okay.
you could use a pen or you could listen, but I think a pen is better. Write a short story. Write a short story.
Yes. Get my pen on. Okay, it's fine. You can.
Okay. Write a short story.
Let me just.
On the following. In fact, it should on the following. We are proceeding up to even the lakes here and the basins. Write a short story on the following. A short story on the following. Open brackets. Open brackets. Between 50 to 100 words. Between 50 to 100 words. It's like a story on a you write a story on a plateau. You use all sources. You can use YouTube. You can use Google. You can use the atlas. But after what
so like,
huh?
Do you mean I just write like
you are just
something
writing you are composing exactly. That is the short story I want.
Okay.
So you write about a plateau. Then look at it. About a plateau. Then fold mountains.
So I'm supposed to write about a plateau?
On each, yes.
Okay.
Fold mountains.
Okay.
Then you
Uh-huh.
write about lakes. Yeah, basically those. Now in your description, you can look
I
at
write
how you can
about
define it. Lakes. Lakes.
plateau.
Go on, mama. Go on. I'm teaching. Go on, mama. I will call you. Get a remote.
Plateau. Hold. Let me run this. Plateau and lakes. Okay. Oh, okay.